time for Carter and Noma to go.
They've been plotting against me. With our business.
Tariq, you'll have to take out Carter.
I'm tired of those motherfuckers thinking they can stand against me.
What you gonna do now, Tariq?
What's up, bug ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 2 Ghost. And this one right here is the Final Betrayal Part 2. And it is titled Nico is Working for Tariq. Now, if you have been following my channel for, at least as of yesterday, you know that I started a mini series where I'm doing the Final Betrayal parts. I think I'm gonna have 4 or 5 parts of this. Still haven't decided quite how many yet. But this is part 2. And this one right here is the covering that basically Nico is going to betray Carter. Now I know in the last episode, episode 8, a lot of us were stunned by Nico seemingly looking like he stayed loyal to Carter, right? But after me doing some thinking and obviously looking at more content and stuff like that. Well, not more looking at more content, but looking at more like exclusive photos and stuff like that, and seeing basically just honestly the exclusive photos didn't even help me with this one. It's just me thinking it over. I'm like, okay, what could be this guy's angle? Because I do think he's gonna play not a huge part, but kind of a big part of helping Tariq take down Carter, because he's gonna have to, whenever Ghost and Tommy pretty much was having a situation with like a major threat, they kind of always needed an inside guy. Well, the same thing is gonna be going on here. Nico is gonna be the inside guy to help Tariq infiltrate Carter's organization and alliance that he has with Noma, and ultimately it will lead to his downfall. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Now, we start things off. This is coming from what is this? Episode 7, where Nico was just having a conversation with Carter about the Kamal situation, but also he's like, how did he basically, he was trying to get more information on him, thinking that it's the Russians that pretty much was behind taking him out. But really the part that I really want to address is how remember how Felicia was mouthing off about Kamal, saying he was sticking his nose and stuff like that in business and stuff that he shouldn't have been messing with and stuff like that. I can't remember exactly what she said, but basically she was down on him. And Nico basically said he still was a good cop and he didn't deserve what happened to him. So that there lets me know that even though Nico is a dirty cop, he has some kind of morals. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, we still all cops out here, so we gotta, protect each other. So he does have a limit. You feel me? So how I see it is, after this thing here, where they basically moved in on the Russian guy that Carter said was the one who took out Kamal. Basically, after they did the raid, and Carter was so anxious to try to get them to write up the report saying, oh, yeah, run that gun to see if that's the one that took out Kamal. you could just tell from Nico's facial expressions that he knew something was off. He was like, okay, I don't think this is the guy, but he was like, Carter needs somebody to take the fall for it so that the internal affairs won't be on our ass. So I think that's why he bit his tongue and went ahead and let it go. But you could tell from that scene he didn't like it. Now, next, of course, your girl Diana ended up murdering Felicia and smashing her skull in, right? And in my opinion, I think it was this moment here that was the turning point for Nico, well, the start of it at least. Because next, if you remember, in episode 8, after Carter did his little speech, talking about, they took a shot for Felicia and all that, she was one of ours and all that. And then, of course, he told them that she died from a car accident. Nico knew that was some BS. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was when he was like, okay, enough is enough. And it's like Carter. Carter confirmed this, himself, that Nico and her were very close. So I think he was like, okay, if he did that to Felicia, then that means, he'll do it to me as well. So it's only a matter of time before I get on his radar and he decides to take me out. So I need to be making my own moves to, protect myself and potentially get rid of Carter. I think that's when he started to have, those train of thoughts. Now, next, you go ahead and get to, this is when, Nico was meeting up with Kane and Noma about, they was trying to flip Nico, right? So, what's important here is what Kane said before they met up with him, right? Briefly before they walked up to him. Kane was telling Noma that this is the guy that Tariq said is Carter's right-hand man. They got that information from Tariq, right? So, them getting that information from Tariq lets me know that Tariq is in their ear. And I think Tariq, keep in mind, we never seen Tariq and Nico meet. It's never, if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me in the comments if I am wrong. But I don't think there's been a scene with Nico and Tariq. Think about this. I'm trying to go back in my head, because I'm really doing this off the top of my head right now, before I actually did research to see if that's true. But from what I can remember right now, I don't think there was a scene with Tariq and Nico. It was scenes with Tariq and Carter, Tariq and Kamal. I'm not even sure if it was a scene with Tariq and Felicia, because when they raided the Tejada's house, Tariq wasn't there. Whenever they made private visits to mess with Tariq, it was never Nico. It was always Carter or Kamal. So with that being said, how does Tariq know so much information about that? I think it's because they dug in, found out more about Carter's organization, and then he probably, reached out, or maybe even Nico reached out to Tariq. I don't even know, but what I believe is that something happened that Nico decided that he's going to work with Tariq to help take down Carter. But he's going to do it, so that Carter will never see it coming. Now, I believe that Nico possibly gave Tariq the drop on where Carter will be, like his routines, you know what I'm saying? Like the things that he does. And of course, we've been paying attention. One of his routines that he does is go and does the confession for, at the church. So, Tariq knowing this knowledge, boom. Next, I think he's going to have Effie, but I told you, I believe that Effie and Tariq are going to have another moment. I'm going to get a little bit deeper into that a little later, but they're gonna have another moment, and Tariq and Effie will be working together. And as you can see, Braden is behind her too. I don't know, this might look like he might be high as a kite. Like, what is he doing behind her? I have no idea. But anyways, the point is, you can clearly see that Effie is inside of that church, and she's working on some kind of computer, right? So my guess is that maybe she is bugging the place, maybe setting it up that they can maybe have cameras in there or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure she's setting up something so that they can know when Carter shows up. And when Carter does show up and does the confession, I know originally I said that they're just, in the trailer, they're just making it seem like, you know, Carter's going in there, and then later Tariq comes to him. You know, Tariq gonna come there and he's not gonna be there. But I don't know. It's kind of starting to be a turning point now. I think it might be exactly as it seems. Now, at least for this video, I'm gonna go with that. So, with that being said, Tariq later comes in with the help of Effie, and he ultimately pulls the scrap on Carter. And once he gets him, that's when we ultimately see him kidnap Carter, and I think he's gonna be interrogating him. And the question is, what is gonna be the reason for Tariq kidnapping Carter? Because basically he probably would want, you know what I'm saying? He probably would want to just get rid of him. So why would he actually keep him alive if he did indeed kidnap him to interrogate him? That means he has to extract some kind of information from him. So what is it that Carter has that Tariq wants from him? Could it be information on, maybe he has kidnapped his mother, Tasha, or maybe he has some kind of, maybe it's those files that he has on him about shooting with Zion. Whatever it is, I think it's possible that Tariq kidnaps Carter and holds him hostage, and probably ultimately, whatever that happens, of course, I do believe it will lead to the demise of Carter at the end of this episode. So, pretty much, that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know what y'all thinking up in these comments. Could y'all see Nico being that ace in the hole for Tariq that helps him ultimately get the drop on your boy, Detective Don Carter, and kidnap him and get the information that he needs from him that ultimately leads to the demise of your boy, Detective Don Carter? Definitely let me know in these comments. But like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your friends. But until the next video, I'm out.